Start with this piece of wood, and before starting I would like to talk a little bit about this wood. This is stone pine or alpine pine, and it is quite hype around this wood in the last years because it is scientifically approved that it slows down the heartbeat. So it's people started to make beds or part of the bedroom out of or the of yeah, whatever in the bedroom you have out of this wood.
Wardrobes.
Yeah, for example, well, whatever. Parts of the bedroom out of. There are hotels in Austria, but also in Switzerland. They make publicity with bed out of stone pine and so on, and also. The bad part of this is the price is increased. Normally, yeah? If there is a hype, price increases. So it has a really, really fantastic smelling, and I give you this one just to bring around. You can see it has no weight. It's very, very light. It grows from 1,200 meters up to 2,000, but not under 1,200. It doesn't grow there. And it's not easy to harvest because of the zones where it grows. And what else to say about this wood? It is, I think it exists only in the Alps. So in the French, Italian, Swiss and German, Austrian Alps.
Is that the same wood that Stradivarius used for his violins? Because it has very fine...
No, but it's interesting, yes, it's not the same. That is normally just spruce, but it's spruce that grows in the same zones. So my provider of this wood is it's a sawmill in Switzerland, and he is known in the whole world for his violin, viola, violoncello, double bass, and also guitar decks. And I've been there. It's very, very interesting. They have a certified quality with an electronic I don't know what. They can measure the vibrations, and you can buy AA plus and so on, and prices changes also, and but also you can decide, I want a violin that is a little bit warmer or a little bit colder, and they send you the right deck. So it's a very interesting question, yeah. Very often you can see also branches inside, and they turn, you don't even recognize when you work. They don't disturb. They are not very hard, they are quite soft, and so it's easy to turn them. And the whole wood is not easy to turn because it's soft. So you have to have very, very sharpened tools. And you have to test, and I will do that now. Several cuts to find out what is the best cut in this wood. It's not easy to turn. And The reason why I brought this piece is because where I live, so in the Italian part of Switzerland, that used to be a very poor zone, and they eat, or used to eat, the whole day polenta. And in Milan, where the rich people lived, they had polenta too, but it was very liquid. But in Ticino, the polenta is a kind of cake. So they prepare it, and then they put it on the plate, and as this plate here is out of stone pine, the polenta takes the taste of this wood, and it's wonderful. But we have several, Ticino is like this, it's like like this, and I'm here, and here all the valleys are departing, and only one valley goes in the zone where the stone pine grows. In all the valleys, they turned polenta platters, but only in one valley out of stone pine. All the other, or spruce or maple, and only in this valley, and also today, that's still a tradition there. They want the polenta platter out of stone pine. And I'm sure next time when the scouts come here, they will be very happy about the smelling inside here. I will use the 15 chuck in expansion for starting. I already prepared the whole at home. Okay, I start with roughing the outside, and for this, it's not so important to create a super clean cut. I go down to 0 with the speed, and then I slowly speed up. And I use a gouge, doesn't matter, whatever. You can see I don't go out on the end of the blank because I have non-sustained fibers there, and they would break out, and I never do that. I mean, you can say it doesn't matter because I will create a shape here, and so also if they break out, it wouldn't change anything for me. But I can't. I never do that. Okay, that gives me the possibility to speed up a little bit, not down, up. And I'll clean the bottom and create a recess here. So you can see here very well, I think. I worked from this side. I have the same cutting angle, everything same, but the cut from this side is much clearer than from this side. And that's probably because I already used this gouge before, and it doesn't cut very well on this part, but it's fresh from this part. I think it's the only reason. Here, and the diameter of, thank you, diameter of the diameter of the recess is 12. Okay, you have seen also this recess is turned with the spin gouge, not just cutting with a bedan or a parting tool or so on. Also, the recess is cut and not made with the scraper. I don't like scrapers very much. Okay. And then this polenta platter has a very simple shape. It should be slightly concave. And then it is still a little bit thick. It should arrive on this thickness here, but I didn't get a 50 millimeter blank would have been enough for this, but it was a 60 or 65, and but that's what I had. And it's just a simple shape with a quarter of a cove, just to have the possibility to take it from the table, and that's it. And when we have the rough shape, we can try to create cleaner cuts. Still, the whole body, I don't do any movement with my arms. This is close to the best cut you can have in this wood. It's very hard to have a better cut. But here we can try some different possibility. I just cut down a little bit to have the end of the platter better visible. Oh. Okay, now I see that the platter finishes. It's very hard for our brain, at least for mine, to exclude this part. When I try to create the shape, this very often tricks me, and so when I do this cut, I see what's really left, and I have less difficulty to create a better shape. Okay, but here the shape is not the first problem we have. The finish is really the problem, and I prepared. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay. This is a 24 mil spindle gouge, and it's sharpened with a very little angle. I don't know how much. I didn't measure that. Didn't check that. But it's very aggressive, and you can use this on cross grain like a skew, but as it is a little bit round because it's gouge, you don't have to risk in cross grind to hook in easily. And when you have a look at the shavings, so this is a possibility, and now we can have a look at the finish, and the tear outs are already disappeared. Yeah, that's fantastic. Another possibility is the shear cut we have seen this morning, with the handle very low, and then we work with the wing, not with the tip of the tool, so here and not on the tip, and that is our possibility to have a good finish in this difficult piece of wood, and it is not bad. It's better with this one, but it's quite good too. And this is the challenge of this wood. You have to have really, really sharp tools, and you have to try to have a cutting angle, a very small cutting angle. So like working with a skew. Questions about this? And about
Sorry, is the wood readily available throughout Switzerland and Italy, or is it rare?
It is available, but only in spots. It is not in every timber shop or whatever. You have to go to the right places. So it's not rare, but it's not very used, so they don't sell it everywhere.
It's used for carving, but it's used for carving.
It's used for carving very much because it carves super easily, and there are several zones very well known for this wood. Yeah, like Aosta Valley, that's a valley between Italy and France, or the Alps, generally also South Tyrol, South Tyrol, or how it is called, and Austria. But in Switzerland, for example, only in the Alps, not in every wood provider. Okay, I just want to make it a little bit round, and then we can switch. I don't sand. We'll see how it is without sanding. Okay, that's it. You can find also in Switzerland these glass bottles, and on the top there is a sphere as a lid, a sphere out of this wood, and the water takes the taste. After 1 hour, you can smell it on the water that it has this taste. And yeah, that's very nice. This is the have two kids, and now they are adults. And but when they were little kids, when I came home from my shop, my daughter said, "Oh, you worked with stone pine today." So this was just a roughing cut, and it was, you can see the finish, it was horrible. It was really scraping. That was not a bevel supported cut, but it was fast. And now, what we do now is a bevel supported cut, and you can immediately see how it changes. It's not a super clean, but it's a quite clean cut. We have here a nice finish. So that's again with the ball gouge. We can also here try to use this one. This has a very long bevel, and we have to have bevel contact, otherwise we have a bad catch here. And here it's very, very aggressive, so it's not the perfect tool for this kind of cut. But just to have a look at the shavings and at the finish, it is too aggressive for here. You can see we have tear outs. We have here with the ball gouge, we have a not perfect surface, but uniform, not perfect. And here we have zones where the finish is better, and we have other zones where we have really, really bad tear out. So it's not the okay tool for this. It is okay for the outside, but not for the inside. But the ball gouge works very well, and also with the ball gouge we can change the cutting angle. This is like 25 degrees, and this is 45, and it changes. This is 45. And we have tear out in both of them, but 45 degrees much more than with 25 degrees. You can also try a spin gouge. I tried this one with my own double bevel. That gives a better finish, but this gouge is very, very thin. So I easily have vibrations, and you can see these spiral waves here. This is because of the vibrations of the tool and because of too much pressure on the barrel. I can try to give less pressure. But you can hear the vibration. It's hard to work without. It's very thin. Yeah. And then you can try also the spindle gouge I found here. I imagine that this one will work quite good. Probably it's the one with the best finish. Yeah, I really think so. Difficult part now, the most difficult part of this platter, or of all platters generally, is to have a straight bottom. And here we won't put any finish on. I never use finishes on stone pine because 2 minutes because I never put finishes on stone pine because I would lose the smell, and I don't want to lose the smell. That's the big thing of this wood. So sanding, yes; finishing, no. No need, and especially also for the polenta platter, the wood has to be able to absorb humidity, otherwise it would sweat. So let me finish this and then cleaning a straight bottom, that's very, very difficult. And I added something with this knot here. Because it changes density. You give a pressure, and where it changes, the pressure is not the right pressure, so it starts immediately to shatter here in this zone. So it's a little bit difficult. And one last cut. That's famous words. And it's finished. Just checking one thing. No, I lost it, definitely.
It fell on the floor.
Over here on this side, look.
You're the drill.
In the drill in that
Close it.
The ruler, I think it's the real box. The ruler,
Box, yes, thanks. Oh. That's okay.
How much would a blank like would that cost you?
Sorry?
How much for the blank?
For that piece of wood.
This is about 15 Swiss francs, I think.
What's that in euros then?
It's not that. It's not that.
No, it's
15.
yeah, 50. It's about 18 euros. Okay, that's typical teaching is the Swiss Italian polenta platter for 3 people. They usually have bigger ones, about 35-40 centimeters in the middle of the table. It's like bread. The bread chest with the bread, and that was a breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So potatoes for the Irish. Potatoes for the Irish.
Yes, exactly. That's it. That's it. And for dinner, if they had luck or were rich, they added a little bit of chicken or something, but mostly they didn't. And the men who went to work, they brought a piece of this and ate it on work, and when they come home, more polenta. That's it. It was a very, very poor zone of Switzerland.